This week I want to talk about how to remove unwanted content from a picture. So this picture I want to remove all the birds, and for this one I want to remove the person, and in this one I want to remove all the windows on this wall. So there are many tools that can help us achieve that goal. Um, but there are two tools that I use the most. The first one is the spot healing brush. So it is like this, it's like a bandage. And if you click and hold, there is healing brush tool and patch tool. They are kind of similar. So let's try the spot healing brush tool first. You can change the brush size. So the shortcut is the square bracket on the keyboard, and you don't need to make your brush too big. It should be kind of just big enough to cover the object. So it's pretty easy. You just paint over the object and then it's gone. So Photoshop is getting so smart right now. When I first started to learn Photoshop, it doesn't have all these fancy functions, so it will take longer time to do that. So just paint over something and then it will be removed. But this one kind of only works well when the background image is kind of simple. It will work well in this content too. Let me make the brush size a little bigger, and we can slowly paint all over this person. And wait for a little bit, and it's mostly gone. We can go over one more time to finish up with these details, and then the person is removed. So I think this spot healing brush is a very easy to use one, very powerful one. But it doesn't work very well when the background is kind of complex. So for this one, if I want to remove this window or that window, let me try it and let you see what will happen. Okay, so it seems that the window is removed just fine, but you need to pay attention to this shadow here. So let me go back to the original picture. There is a shadow going in this direction, and after we use the spot healing brush, the shadow is gone too. So that is something we don't want. So even though it is very smart in some kind of complex situation, it still needs some it still needs us to manually correct this kind of situation. Now let's try the other similar tools here. So this one is the sealing brush tool, and you need to hold the Alt key on the keyboard and then pick the source that you want to copy from. So for example, I hold Alt and click here. So this part will be my source, and I want to paint over the bird, and then the color from the source was copied and pasted to destination here. So maybe here I want to pick a source from here, and then like you can see the cross mark on the top, it is picking up those pixels from that location. So you can see there is kind of a darker color picked from there. So this is the healing brush tool. It's not as smart as this one. And also, let's also try the patch tool. So this one you can just use your mouse to draw a shape containing the things you want to remove or edit, and then drag it to where you think has the pixels that you think fit in this location, and then it is replaced by those pixels. Let's Control D to remove the selection, and let's try again here. So we can move it to maybe probably here, and then it's gone. Let's try it on this picture tool. So let me draw around this person and then drag it here. The sky part is okay, but here it's a little weird, so the effect is not as good as the spot healing brush.